Check that out, Brad. Let's see, I don't even know the year. 1979 Caprice four-door. It says it's red. I don't know about that. It was a barn find. A barn find. So first thing, we have to get this trailer out of the way, and then we're gonna back our trailer up, load this sucker up, and then we gotta mosey on back to Cleveland. We're all the way out in Pennsylvania right now. And actually, I'll show you a little secret. We wanted to try and detail this Corvette over here, but we are not allowed. So we're just gonna show you guys what could have been, but will never be, unfortunately. She was adamant and said, no, you're not touching that car. So out of respect, I said, I won't ask again. But it's a 1966 C2 Corvette in red, blue, white. That's America, baby, with the side exit exhaust. Apparently that used to be raced at a local racetrack called Nelson's Ledges. The woman who owns it, apparently she used to race it, and she's 93 right now, and she still loves to race. She should drag race people down the airstrip in the back of the farm here. We haven't met her yet, but that would have been a great car to detail. But again, I'll respect their wishes and I won't ask about detailing it again, but we wish we could have done that one. But nonetheless, we have the sweet Caprice that we're gonna do. You know, every time I wash my clothes, it's right before I lay on the ground, on the dirt. Every time I have nice clothes on. Ugh. All right.
So with the car back at our shop, the first thing we had to do was switch out this wheel because the tire was not even on the rim at all. And we had the spare that would actually hold air, which would make it a lot easier for us to maneuver and clean the car. And then we started the actual detailing by cleaning the wheels first. And I wish we had the hubcaps because they would have made a big difference, but we didn't, unfortunately. But I want to ask the question in the video, so leave your answers in the comments below. Last week we did an Impala. This week we're doing a Caprice, and you even saw a Corvette in this video. But what's your favorite American car that you've ever seen us showcase on this channel? Now we're going to pressure wash all the dirt off the exterior, and if this is your favorite part of these videos, hit the like button right now. It really helps us out and it shows us you enjoy what we do. And in case you guys are curious why we're spraying off the roof last, you would never do this in the real world. We only do it for our videos because if we did it first, you can imagine all the water would get on the rest of the car and you guys would not be able to see us pressure wash every other part of it off. So that's the only reason we do that. It's not the biggest deal for us. We just go around and pressure wash the car off one more time afterwards off camera. But again, in the real world, you would start from the top and go down to the bottom.
When we went to pick up the car, the hood was open the whole entire time it sat in that barn. So the engine's gonna be really dirty. Wow, this sucker. It was so dark in the barn I couldn't see it, but this is really, really dirty.
Yeah, it's super dusted up.
We should probably tear this down too. This looks...
Seen better days, bro.
Seen better days.
Yeah,
Should we race? Here, you go on your side, I go on my side. Cannot go in yet.
I'm not
You have
in.
to wait until Brad says go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh no.
I won.
Nope, you didn't do the middle one. No, you just ripped it down. That was totally cheating.
I won. You know it.
Let's check the carbs first. Let's see what condition those are in. That's a huge single barrel.
I'll go press on the accelerator, see if it actually moves. Any
Hang on,
movement?
let me get in there. Yeah, it's opening. Open and close.
Good.
Here, let's light her up. We'll try and not catch this one on fire like the last one. Go for it.
Moving on. Let's
That
probably
one
open
sounds
the
good.
garage.
Oh man, did it again. Shoot. Keep lighting these things on fire.
So at least we know the car cranks and it can turn over with some starting fluid, but look how dirty this engine is. We have to get it clean, which means we disconnected our jump pack, we sprayed it all down, used some degreaser, then rinsed it all away and dried it off, and it made a night and day difference on this engine. And if you know anything about the engine that's in this car, leave some comments below. I love when you guys educate us about them.
We have a proposition. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and we can either spend the night before Thanksgiving working on this and get this whole entire car done,
Okay.
or go to the batting cages.
Just post all 4 of us missing.
Yo, you're the ground out king. Turn 2, baby. Turn 2, infield in.
Delete need that one.
But yes, that's how we spent the day before Thanksgiving. Instead of working, we ended up going to the batting cages and we had a lot of fun. It was Mike, RJ, Brad, and I. So hopefully you guys had a great holiday yourselves. But when we got back to work after the holiday, we started by doing the interior, taking out the seats, which were completely covered in mold, and then vacuuming up the carpets.
So a big issue that we end up dealing with over time is a lot of these cars have been sitting in the sun, and sun is brutal on plastics. And a lot of the plastics in this car have a lot of damage to them. So I want to show you what we're talking about here. This plastic was hard at one point, and it just crumbles into literally nothing.
I think the best option is to just remove this piece entirely. There's 4 screws that hold it in, and we'll put this in a plastic bag. I mean, it's clearly not salvageable, but I don't want to make the decision of throwing it away, so we'll let the owner of the car figure that out for themselves. But I think it's pretty clear that this is, what do you like to say, Mike? It's
definitely seen better days, I'd say that.
Seen better days. So I think it'll be a better fit and finish if we just remove this and then clean everything behind it. If anybody puts their hand on this, it's kaput. All right, so now we're gonna put it in the plastic bag. That way it can be recycled into a water bottle that a stay-at-home mom uses.
Well,
there we go.
And now we're gonna go ahead and clean the rest of the interior, starting with all the doors and anything else covered in mold. And we're using a product called Tri-Clean that's gonna kill the mold, and then our microfiber towels to wipe it all away.
So we found a pretty interesting little tidbit in this corner of this car, a little garbage can, which we're trying to figure out if this came with this as new or they found this aftermarket. I'm gonna try to get it out of here and we'll see if we find anything neat inside. I think this just pulls out and like pops open. These two little clips.
That looks OEM to me.
Dude, this is not, they didn't buy this car with this in here. I don't think. But I think it might be like a GM aftermarket. Nothing fun.
That's some old McDonald's stuff though.
Ooh, old McDonald's stuff.
Did this come with the car? Did it come from the manufacturer in all these cars? Or was this something that the slimy salesman at the dealership upsold you $19.99 back in 1979?
Totally worth it in my opinion.
And now we're gonna clean the seats using the same method, and then afterwards we're gonna put a conditioner on them because they've been dried out for so long from this mold that they need to be conditioned again.
All right, so before we search the trunk for any goodies, I wanted to ask you what you think that hitch was used for. I'll set the stage. This was on a farm, it was in a barn. There was a big old hitch, and
I'm surprised it has that.
Yeah, right.
Well, I would think if this was on a farm, they'd probably use it like with a, like a smaller trailer to like pull around farm equipment or hay or something. I don't know.
Well, this was a woman's car, and she did really cool things with it. So what she actually used this hitch for was to trailer her 1966 C2 Corvette to the racetrack, and apparently she had set the track time for that time period in that C2 Corvette that she towed with this Chevrolet Caprice. And I think she did it like in her 50s.
That's pretty sick.
And then after her 50s, around, I don't know, the young age of 79, she decided, I'm gonna start flying planes. So then she started flying planes until I'm pretty sure just recently she had to give it up, and I believe she is 93 years old now, and she still likes to race cars down an airstrip that they built on the farm so she could fly planes and race people. This is the coolest lady I've ever heard of in my life.
Slowly.
Oh my God.
It's like a scary movie.
I like this wooden box. This is heavy duty.
Whoa!
Hey, wait
what's
a
that?
second.
Wait. Bada bing, bada boom, baby! Hey, dang, look at that. Oh my God, and look, bam.
Isn't that the cigarette thing right there?
Oh yeah. She had a lot of box Chevys, a big Chevy family. Kind of cool that she has all these parts, especially now that we're trying to put it back together. All right, so we got the automotive Santa checklist. Make a list, check it twice. Oh, this is cool. Super old retro marathon oil poster.
Now we're gonna head back inside the car to finish that up with extraction and the windows before moving outside to finish up that part of the car and be done with the detail. Now this car's paint had its flaws with being aged and also rusted, but that does not mean it didn't have the ability to shine, and let me tell you, if you watch this part, it shined. And moving on to the metal polishing, which is my favorite thing to do. If you guys want to get results just like you're going to see here, all you need is super fine steel wool, which is the 4 zeros, metal polish, microfiber towels, and then isopropyl alcohol for afterwards. And what the IPA is going to do is remove any of the polish left over on the metal.